All right, we are back with some more drums, live drum practice. Again, as I say, almost at the beginning of all these videos, except for the ones that I forget to say this on, if you guys want to support this, want to help us make more sheet music and more videos, and we will gear our lesson videos to whatever you guys want to learn, please subscribe at our website, musicbythemeasurespro.com. It helps out a ton. Anytime you buy a tab or get a new subscription, we release more sheet music and have money to do more of this, and that's what we like to do. Okay, so Free Falling Back in Black is what I've been working on the past couple of weeks or week and a half. And I need to dive back into this. I want to concentrate on this fill. I think there's another fill coming up we'll work on. And then the Back in Black, the little riff. I don't know if you'd consider it a fill, but it kind of is one. So, all right, I haven't done this for a couple of days, so let's just get the idea back in our heads. So we got this 1 and 2 and 3. Let's play that a little cleaner. 1 and, and this is Free Falling that we're starting with. Full speed is 85. This is 65 BPM right away. 1 and 2 and 3. So things to note, let me take the blue off of that. Things to note right away that are tricky if you haven't watched the last video. This beat's easy, right? 1 and 2 and 3. Starting the fill on the end throws off people a lot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. The other thing that he does is and 4 and that foot hi-hat going throughout. Best thing you do is do exactly what I just did. And 4. Which is, even though I've done this before, I'm doing a little bit of faster tempo today already. And just working through the mechanics of this is really good to do. Really trying to connect my right foot, my left foot with my right hand. Then if you put the 3 on, so it's 3 and 4 and 3. That's what I'll do sometimes. I'll put an extra hi-hat on 3 when I'm running through it like this, but that's okay. I'll put an extra foot hi-hat on, I should say. 3 and 4 and 3. Let me slow down and do that again. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3. Okay, good little review for both of us. You, whoever watching, and me who's playing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so let's do just that measure with metronome. 1. So let's just, at 65, add this other measure and connect these two dots. Now, I'm ignoring this crescendo right there, something that we can work on later. Right now, I figure, like, get the rhythm down, get the beat down, then you can add in some nuances. All right, before I do this with the click, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a crash. You know, trying to pay extra mind to not rushing into that crash. Something that a lot of drummers do is feel the anticipation of the drum fill, speed up, rush into it, and then the chorus is rushed. Okay. Let's go up by 7s for whatever reason. Didn't want to go up by 10s. Just to like an easier climb to full speed. So every once in a while I can hear that I'm rushing that too. I don't think it's, I mean, it is a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal. Some of it's just me waking up. It's Sunday morning here. It's Sunday 11:40. Debatable if it's morning. So just kind of an easy drum practice, get my day started. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and sorry, I thought too much about not missing that. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and all right, let's go full speed. So and if you watch any of these, you know I like to repeat myself a lot, or I like to do the same thing a lot because it's how you learn. Just running through it with hi-hats like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and. You know, oftentimes I notice there I'm not rushing at all, so it's putting it all together with legs and hands and different drums that throw me off more than anything. So it's good to go back to the hi-hat, back to the drum fill, back to the hi-hat, and that back and forth. Kind of shows you like, okay, what piece am I missing? Where am I making my mistake? Three, 4. Now, so 85, full speed. Now, one thing I like to do after I learn something is speed it up just a little bit past. Let's go 89. So we just want to force ourselves to play it faster than we're going to have to play it in the song, and then when we slow it back down, it becomes an easier part for us to play. So again, full speed for this song is 85. This is 89. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One more hi-hat. 3, 4. So now let's slow it back down to 85, the actual speed of the song. And I mean, the biggest issue that I'll have when I do this is I'll then rush 85, but that's okay. I can fix that later. So again, get that groove down with metronome. You can hear already 85 sounds more relaxed. Forgot how to play it. 3, 4. My brain is starting to fail. Let's do this a couple more times at 85 because I just want to solidify this. So let's go back to just hi-hat so I can get my groove. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, so this is the second drum fill in the song of Free Falling. Let's see what the third one is. There's one more coming up. So this is verse 3. Yep, these 16th notes. All right, so we're going to slow this down. Let's try 50. Because not only do we have 1 and 2, and we have 3E and 4E and 3E and 4E and so let's just get that down for a bit. 3E and 4E. Again, I'm going to ignore those dynamics. A little bit more straightforward with what's going with our foot. 3E and 4E and 3E and 4E and let's hear how fast 50 is. So I'm just going to ignore 1, 2, and then play the fill. 3E and 4E and 1 and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E and let's turn that up to 55. Can do about a minute more, 2 minutes more of this, and then we'll jump to Back in Black. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do to 60 before we're done. Now, the only thing I have to watch out for is sometimes I'm getting into 3 a little too fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and up. And 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and cool. Actually, so I'm going to put 50 there. So the next day I jump back to this song. That's where I know where to start. All right. This Back in Black. And I think I did the same thing. I think I wrote 45 for this. So I would know, like, hey, when you jump back into this. Now, here's one of my problems. I'm trying to do a little too much, and that's the story of my life. And jumping across from 5 different songs, teaching throughout the week, working some other part-time jobs just to make ends meet. I don't always get to these as quick as I'd like to, you know. Running through this on Tuesday of last week and then hitting it again, you're not going to get the same kind of gains. Now, there's good and bad to that, right? Like approaching this with a fresh brain helps in some ways as well because I'm like, okay, I haven't played this. Oh, actually, this is not even the right one. I want to do this. I want to do this one first. Sometimes by taking a break, you learn some things that you wouldn't have learned by just putting your nose to the ground. Sometimes it takes you a while to get back up and running. So that's why I'm trying to do a better job of rotating. Like, hey, if I did bass and guitar yesterday, I'm going to do drums and piano today, and so on and so forth. So I don't know if that's my excuse for not being good, but it's certainly part of the reason I'm not good. All right. So speaking of that, I need to refigure this out. Now, that's what I kind of like about refiguring it out, though. It's like I'm going to refigure it out in 2 minutes. When I first started teaching it, you know, in these videos, it took me 10 minutes to figure this out. So every time it gets quicker, and you probably pick up something that you wouldn't have if you just kept on doing it over and over again. All right. 1 and 2 E, a 3 and E and. All right. Let's do that in halves. So we got 1 and 2 E, a 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 1. So with 45, let's see if we can hear that with the metronome. 1 and 2 E, a 1 and 2 E, a 1 and 2 E, a 1. And 2 E, a 1, and 2 E, a 1. So feeling pretty good about that. And then it's 3 and that's the one I've screwed up on before. 3 and E and 3 and E and. Now, any of this new stuff, not new for me, I should be really good at this, but if you're not good at this, you got to spend a lot of time hearing that rhythm without metronome. 3 and E and 3 and E and. Then the next step is hear it with metronome, which sounds like it should be the same thing, but oftentimes like we hear stuff in our brains and we can manipulate a little bit and move stuff around, which is actually part of the reason why I have a problem like with a couple of these songs, because I'm unlearned with metronome. I didn't spend enough of my practice time early on playing with metronome. I should have. I didn't. Now I'm paying the price for it. 3 and E and 3 and E and. So now let's hear that with metronome and try to get that same groove and then apply it to the drums. 3 and 4 E and 3 and E and 3 and 3 and 4 E 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 and 3 and 3 and 4 E 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 and 3 and 3 and 4 E and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. So you can hear I'm not hearing it very well. 3 and 3 and 3 and 4 E and 3 and 4 E and 4 E and 3 and 3 and 4 E and 3 and 3 and 3 and 4 E and 3 and so I'm just not giving I think I have to do 3 E and 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 4 E and, because I'm just not giving 3 enough space. 3 E and 4 E and 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 3 E and all right, so let's speed it up a little bit and try to do the whole measure. It might be easy for me to count. We'll see what happens. And 4 and 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and not bad. Let's just keep pushing it up. Might have to fix that sloppiness on the end of 3. 1 and 2 E, a 3, end of E end. So it's just a little bit difficult for me. 2 E, a 3, end E end. 1 and 2 E, a 3, end 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E and. So I want to try to start counting that 16th note, that 3 E, and you can hear I'm better at not rushing as much when I'm doing the whole measure, and maybe the tempo's helping me a little bit as well. So that combination. 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3. It's not easy, but what is? And 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 2 E, a 3 E, and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and basically I'm at the place that if I don't count it, I screw it up. And I'm also at the place where I have to count it 100 times before it's in my brain. That's okay. 2E, now the good thing is full speed is 90, 95. So we're already getting the idea really close to full speed. I mean, 60 to 95 sounds like a big jump. It is. But, you know, if you can play something at 60, you can probably within a couple of days get it up to full speed. And 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and so sometimes I'm trying to do it from muscle memory. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it falls apart. I seem to do better if I count out loud. Probably because it keeps my brain actually engaged. Let's do a couple more, then we're going to call it a day. And 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E, and so it's happening. Is it pretty? Nah, no, it's not yet, but that's okay. You can hear as I start to count faster, it's harder for me to keep up, brain-wise. That's okay. Yeah, you're building a muscle. You're building a muscle memory, or actually like muscle endurance with this too. 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 1 and 2 E, a 3, and 4 E, and 1 and 2 E, a 3 E, and 4 E. So it seems like if I'm not counting it, I'm screwing it up. All right, so just via time restraints and me struggle busting, I'm going to call it a day. So I need to probably start this again at 50. let's see, 55, and just really work that third beat out. And I need to not miss 4 days in a row or 5 days in a row before I do it. So, all right, you guys work on this. If you have any questions, let me know. And thank you for checking us out. As always, if you guys need this sheet music, if you want to support us, Music by the Measure